ways that we could not imagine. Everyone has a movie that changed their life. In writing You Are What You Watch, I sought to understand that, to figure out where the chills come from, the tears, the deep meaning in a favorite movie, and how all of that translates to our wider worlds. In the recording that follows, we'll explore the physical, why horror movies are literally blood-curdling, for example, or how the composition of air in a movie theater changes across the course of some films. We'll dissect the psychological magic of movies, the attentional tricks pulled off by incredible storytelling, how masterful movies play on how our minds work, why age matters, and how kids simply view things differently than adults. This book is about how media and culture shapes us as individuals and collectively. It will prove that what we consume as entertainment changes our society in profound ways, including how we name our children, where we vacation, the pets we choose, and the careers we have. I have sought to clarify the too often misportrayed relationship between pop culture and crime. I will show you how we really spend our time, how we learn, and how we mature. We'll also look at the deep reverberations of media among scientists, soldiers, and spies. Then there's the economics of pop culture. How money fuels what art gets made and how that art fuels greater commerce, including theme parks, what movies get remade and how fandom evolves and is cultivated, and why nostalgia fuels an industry. We'll go deeper and wider still to consider the geopolitics of pop culture, how different countries have used their art and entertainment to accumulate global power. We'll track the rise of Hollywood and the U.S. entertainment industrial complex, then consider how the United Kingdom, Japan, and South Korea have exported and parlayed their domestic cultural output into geopolitical might and influence. Finally, we'll look at what lasts and why, how pop culture can transcend time and become canonical, and what making art does to those who make it, how where you create matters to what you create, and what undermines it. Then we'll consider the health impacts of creating things. Legendary critic Roger Ebert described films as empathy machines, a technology that can place a viewer in the life and mindset of someone utterly different from them. Pop culture is that and so much more, including a vehicle to make us better. While other technologies are designed to optimize, to harvest attention for profit, to stoke conflict and turn it into revenue by forcing users to engage, books, films, television, and comics are downright generous. As someone who works in a medium that he also loves, I am plagued by the fear that the more I understand what I love, the less I might love it. I have seen data journalism take a thing apart and find it lacking, explore a system to find its broken parts, crack a game so decisively the allure of it evaporates under the heat of attention. I have seen great stories about people who would be president, the greatest athletes of all time, unicorn companies, falter under the microscope of analysis. I am pleased to report that after dozens of analyses, the application of science to movies I love and the digitization and quantification of sorts of films, that diminishing never happened. There are things that, under sufficient scrutiny, will collapse into their component parts, their tricks revealed, the hope they engendered gone. But culture is a deeper thing. Something fundamental about it resists reduction, and the very best of it leaves even the most seasoned critic with admiration. In this book, I commit the tools of rationality, the advantages of statistics and medical insight to consider the fundamental magic at the heart of the stories we love. My hope is that you'll emerge with an appreciation for what great pop culture can accomplish, which is to say, this book will not make you a cynical viewer or reader or listener. It won't erode your ability to love what you enjoy. Rather, it might just teach you to value the things you watch, to appreciate them, to free yourself of guilt while learning what pop culture is doing to you along the way. Because it turns out, you really are what you watch.